And just as polling gets underway in the crucial second phase of elections, 55 seats extremely crucial in this belt, often considered minority dominated. Now this is where Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has said India will function according to the constitution and not Sharia. He said Gazva-e-Hind will not be fulfilled till Qayamat, till eternity. Dreams of Gazva-e-Hind, that some harbor, will not be successful because this country works according to the constitution, the law of the land, and not according to Sharia law. Let's listen in to Yogi Adityanath. I will get you much more on this statement and its ramifications.
भारत की व्यवस्था संविधान के अनुरूप चलनी चाहिए. हमारी व्यक्तिगत आस्था, हमारे व्यक्तिगत स्वयं के अधिकार या हमारी स्वयं की पसंद नापसंद हम देश के ऊपर लागू नहीं कर सकते, संस्थाओं के ऊपर लागू नहीं कर सकते. ये नहीं लागू कर सकते हैं. क्या मैं उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर सभी कर्मचारियों को या सभी लोगों को ये बोल सकता हूं कि आप भी भगवा धारण करें? ये उनका विषय है, जो उनको धारण करना करें. लेकिन ड्रेस कोड स्कूलों में लागू होना चाहिए. स्कूल का विषय है, स्कूल के अनुशासन का विषय है. आर्मी में कोई ये कहेगा कि हम लोग जो है अपने अनुसार चलेंगे, फोर्स में कोई इस प्रकार की बात करेगा? कहां अनुशासन रह पाएगा? व्यक्तिगत आस्था आपकी अपनी जगह होगी, लेकिन जब संस्थाओं की बात होगी तो संस्था के नियम कानून को हमें मानना होगा. देश की व्यवस्था होगी, देश के संविधान को मानना होगा.
लेकिन ओवैसी साहब जो यहाँ पे बड़ी जोर शोर से कैंपेन कर रहे हैं, वो तो यहाँ पे वो कह रहे हैं कि जो हिजाब है फंडामेंटल राइट है और एक दिन एक बेटी जरूर प्रधानमंत्री बनेगी जो हिजाब पहनी होगी.
देखिए, उसी बेटी को तो स्वतंत्र कराने के लिए, उसी बेटी को तो अधिकार देने के लिए प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने 3 तलाक की कुप्रथा को हमेशा के लिए रोका है. उसी बेटी को न्याय दिलाने के लिए, सम्मान दिलाने के लिए और स्वावलंबन के मार्ग पर अग्रसर करने के लिए ये फैसले ले जा रहे हैं. और उसी बेटी के सम्मान को लेकर के हम लोग इस बात को कहते हैं कि शरीयत के अनुसार व्यवस्था नहीं चलेगी, संविधान के अनुरूप चलेगी. जब संविधान के अनुरूप व्यवस्था चलेगी, हर बेटी को सुरक्षा, हर बेटी का सम्मान और हर बेटी के स्वावलंबन का कार्य होगा.
संविधान के अनुरूप व्यवस्था चलेगी, शरिया से नहीं चलेगी. I quickly want to cut across to India Today's Paulami Saha joining us live from Shahjahanpur. Paulami, the timing of the statement, the intent of the statement coming at a time, and you're in Shahjahanpur, so six seats here. The BJP had 5 last time. What is the big focus, the timing and the impact of Yogi Adityanath's statement?
Well, obviously, the opposition will question the timing of this statement, given that it comes on the day that Uttar Pradesh is polling in the second phase of these very crucial elections. In fact, right behind me, the chaos that you see, in fact, Gaurav, is of a UP State Minister Jitin Prasada, who is now casting his ballot in Shahjahanpur. He, of course, is not in the fray because he, of course, is a member of the Legislative Council, but one of the young brigade of Rahul Gandhi's team, who, in fact, joined the BJP last year and has been made a minister as well. He is, of course, casting his ballot over here. Coming back to the question, Gaurav, that you were asking me earlier, that statement is a categorically straightforward statement from the UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, who has basically said that the country cannot be run as per Shariat. This has to be run as per the Constitution, and that is how it will go forward. So it is a very crucial statement which is coming on the day of polling in the second phase of these elections. Remember that Asaduddin Owaisi has been raising the hijab controversy during his poll campaign as well. Of course, Samajwadi Party, very interestingly, Akhilesh Yadav has refused to comment on the subject. He, of course, pretended like he couldn't hear the question when he was asked that question by one of the agency correspondents. But Asaduddin Owaisi, in fact, mocked Akhilesh Yadav about it as well. But he has been raising the issue and, in fact, has gone on to say that maybe one day we'll have a hijabi Prime Minister as well. Of of course, the state's chief minister, the incumbent chief minister, now saying that the country will be run as per the constitution.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
that is how it's going to go forward, and there will
this
be
comes at a
no
time.
other kind of polarization. In fact, the Prime Minister in Saharanpur,
Yes,
when he was campaigning, as well made an appeal to Muslim women and said that they should remember that triple talaq was abolished, and now there are elements within society and parties who are trying to keep them regressive, stop them from progressing.
And a very
that's
crucial
not what they
statement
should
there.
allow.
Paulami, stay with me. The Prime Minister had also made the point, as Paulami Saha was very rightly pointing out, the Prime Minister told Muslim women that they suffered triple talaq, and he tried to get them out of this, and there are elements who are trying to push women back. Now, joining me on the broadcast is Neeti Jain, represents the BJP, advocate Abhishek Sudhir. He's a political analyst, joins me on the broadcast. We also have political analyst Sanjay Singh joining me on the broadcast. But I want to begin by asking you, Mr. Sudhir, what do you make of the timing of the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister very categorically saying, ye desh samvidhan se chalega, Sharia se nahi, and that should be clear to all. Because Abhishek Sudhir, the allegation against the Samajwadi Party often is that just now you're trying not to wade into this controversy.
Mr. Sawant, first of all, as an advocate, I can tell you that this is a blatant violation of the Model Code of Conduct. On the morning of an election, if I'm not mistaken, this kind of interview being given by the Chief Minister is a clear violation, but we all know the Election Commission is unlikely to take any action. So that's my first, straight off the bat, that's my first thought on his interview. Second of all, of course, this is once again a clear attempt at polarization. Is it going to work? Well, we'll only know on March 10th. We do know that today some key seats like Moradabad, Rampur are going to go to the polls. Shahjahanpur, where Paulami Saha was reporting from. What I hear from the ground is from the first phase, and that's going to carry on to the second phase, is that there is a wave in favor of the Gathbandhan, the SPRLD alliance. What I'm hearing is that there is a youth consolidation as well across caste lines behind the Gathbandhan. The slogan of Bhaichara Zindabad is likely to prevail over Batwara Zindabad in today's field.
Fair enough, but the point is, okay, let me get Neeti Jain to respond to this. Neeti Jain, respond to Samajwadi Party, and of course analysts also saying that this is blatantly communal and ill-timed or timed to impact the election, and the Election Commission should wade into this.
I don't see how saying that the constitution is going to prevail over personal laws is either communal or in violation of anything. I think that is what the country stands for. We have always been saying that the constitution is supreme, and that is what Yogi ji has again reiterated. If you have a problem with that also, I don't know what to say to any of the political parties. Everybody has been saying that the constitution reigns supreme, and when he says that people are going to vote for development, he's only talking about the work that we have done for the past 5 years, and that is what we are taking to the people today as well. So communalizing and making this an issue is the job of the opposition parties. It is not the BJP that is doing that, and I think it needs to be taken in a very high regard that the country needs to run on the constitution and not on the whims and fancies of anybody and everybody.
Let me get Sanjay Singh to respond to this. Sanjay Singh, if the Chief Minister says country functions according to the law of the land, constitution is supreme and not the Sharia, can this be seen as a communal statement as the Samajwadi Party does, or even as advocate Abhishek Sudhir does? Is this communal?
Well, there are two parts of it. One political, and second the technical issue that you are raising. On technical grounds, Yogi Adityanath is perfectly on the mark. He has said nothing wrong because a country as it is runs as per the constitution and law of the land. That is very clear. There is no violation of Model Code of Conduct because in multi-phase election, of course, Yogi Adityanath cannot, anybody is free to hold this conference, even in poll areas. But in multi-phase election, somebody is having a public rally or something in other parts where polling is in next phase or next to next phase, he is perfectly justified to make any comment and make anything which he thinks is legitimate and rightful for his campaign. The second part is political. This area is heavily Muslim dominated. In some areas like Amroha, Rampur, the Muslim population ranges between 40 to 50%. And as we know, in election, emotive issues do creep in, and that's part of politics, because political parties, after all, are running for the power. And Yogi Adityanath senses that because a large section of Muslim population is rallying towards Samajwadi Party. In fact, I see on the ground that there is a tactical shift. There is no tactical voting in the sense previously Muslim community used to vote for the candidate of respective parties, say in this case SP, BSP or the Congress, who could defeat BJP candidate. But this time there is polarization, consolidation in favor of Samajwadi Party, and therefore this statement.
Though both the Samajwadi Party, Bahujan Samaj Party, and the AIMIM, a number of Muslim candidates, BJP ally Apna Dal also has a Muslim candidate. But the point is, in a country like India, and Abhishek Sudhir, in a moment I'll get you to respond to this, get your thoughts on this, sir. In a country like India, if the Chief Minister says country functions by constitution and not Sharia, this is considered communal, and not those who want to impose some kind of Sharia either overtly or covertly. But this high voltage state of war in Uttar Pradesh, it continues. Voting is underway in the second phase. So you have 55 seats in 9 districts, 586 candidates in this poll. Very, very crucial second phase. In this phase, second phase, minority votes play a role. It's a minority belt. Phase 2 has 9 seats where Muslims constitute 50% of the voters. Now, some of the Muslim majority seats in the region are places like Sambal or Amroha or Rampur. In 2017, incidentally, BJP had won 18 Muslim-dominated seats. The Samajwadi Party had won 10 Muslim-dominated seats in 2017. In 2017, BJP had dominated seats with 38% votes, followed by the Samajwadi Party and then the BSP with about 26 and 20.68% respectively. Of course, in 2012, if I take you back to 2012, the Samajwadi Party had dominated this belt with 28.11% of the vote share. The BSP had about 24. The BJP at that time, in 2012, had 17.08% of the votes. We see a lot of enthusiasm amongst the voters on the second phase in this area. Even children have come out now on the day of phase 2 of polling. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath spoke of BJP winning the states with a massive majority. He says 300 plus. He's also targeted Akhilesh Yadav. Now, children are accompanying their parents in large numbers. Of course, it's the parents who are voting, but children also extremely enthusiastic on this festival of democracy, if I may.
तो चुनाव तो 80 बनाम 20 का है, लेकिन मैं कह सकता हूं कि पहले चरण के मतदान के बाद स्पष्ट हो चुका कि वास्तव में चुनाव 80 बनाम 20 का ही है। 80% से अधिक समर्थन भारतीय जनता पार्टी को प्राप्त हुआ है और 20% जिसको विरोध करना था, जो वैक्सीन का विरोध करता है, अपराधियों के खिलाफ कार्रवाई का विरोध करता है, महिला सुरक्षा का विरोध करता है, गरीबों को दी जाने वाली अन्य योजना का विरोध करता है, हर एक जनपद एक उत्पाद की योजना का विरोध करता है, एक जनपद एक मेडिकल कॉलेज का विरोध करता है, एक्सप्रेस हाईवेज का विरोध करता है, वो हमेशा विरोध करते थे, विरोध करेंगे। जनता ने पहले चरण में उन्हीं लोगों को ठंडा कर दिया है। हम लोग तो जो पहले थे वही आज भी हैं। जनता के बीच में जा रहे हैं अपने मुद्दों को लेकर के, अपनी बात को, जब काम और सोच ईमानदार है तो काम भी दमदार तरीके से हुए हैं और उसी दमदार तरीके से बोल भी रहे हैं।